A Dry Ridge neighborhood is reeling tonight after a 14-year-old girl dies on the street from a gunshot wound.
Happened earlier this morning on Redwood Drive, just off Dixie Highway. Her name hasn't been released yet. Local 12's Joe Webb has spent the day in Grant County. He is back in the newsroom with the very latest. Joe?
Well, Brad, we don't know a great deal except that it's obviously a tragic death of a teenage girl. Investigators are keeping things very quiet because it involves juveniles. It doesn't appear to be a simple suicide because the state police are investigating. And we do know the victim was 14. She was shot and died at the scene. Redwood Drive is quiet today, but it was anything but early this morning. Around 1:30, a 911 call led state police here where they found a 14-year-old girl dead of a gunshot wound on the side of Redwood Drive. The street was blocked for about 8 hours. Redwood Drive was considered a crime scene.
But if there's any inference that can be made, any type of indicators that we're really not totally sure and cannot make that conclusive deduction that it was a suicide, we investigate it because we want to give it due diligence to all the parties involved.
St. Blanchard confirmed the weapon involved was recovered but would not say where. Neighbors say police searched for and found something in a nearby wooded area. Neighbors also say there were other teenagers on the scene at the time of the shooting. A car was left in the middle of Redwood Drive and later towed away by police. It was an unusual night in a normally quiet neighborhood.
We have probably 4 or 5 cops that live in this neighborhood and never had a lot of trouble. Every once in a while you get, teen kids get rowdy, they knock on the door and run or they do little things, but not like this.
Neighbors say the girl was a student at Grant County Middle School. Grief counselors were on campus today. Parents were allowed to pick up their children early if they wished. A sad day, but police say nothing for others to fear.
Present time, right now, we don't find that there's any type of danger to the public. If anything changes, we will get information out as quickly as possible for the protection of the public.
Now, the teenage girl lived about a block from where she died. State police are not saying what she was doing there or who she might have been with. No charges have been filed. No arrests have been made so far. An autopsy was performed today, but state police are not commenting on the results. Brad?
Joe, thanks. In addition to bringing grief counselors, the Grant County School Superintendent sent home a letter to parents. Included in that letter was a brochure on how to talk to your children about losing a friend.